breakers aloud. One bomb to block the exit, two bombs to block the sound. As each bomb smashed from the ceiling at the lighthouse. It was the weight of a bottle.
I am with Brian from Wilhelm Scream.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going good.
Fantastic. Good to have you in London.
Good to be back in London, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it is. It's good. Yeah.
Nice. So as you lost and added members of the band through the years, and also changing the name of the band as you started maturing and progressing, why was A Wilhelm Scream appropriate for all of you?
The name itself, or just
The name itself. After all the other names you went through.
Well, basically the establishment of the name came from our guitar player Trevor, who is a graduate of UMass Dartmouth in Massachusetts. He was a film studies and English literature student, and he just found the name, like the Wilhelm Scream is a sound clip that's been sampled in thousands of movies, like over the last few years, and he just thought it was something cool, like something that, a sound that can just keep going on throughout, some like a medium,
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Gorgeous. So Chris Levesque, your old guitarist, left the band on the terms that he just didn't like the grind of being on tour anymore. So what's something that keeps you guys sane on the road?
Jokes, we can really after Chris left, we really started to be able to see the humor in even like the bad things that happen. I mean, if there's an argument or anything like that, we put our best foot forward to laugh at ourselves and laugh with our bandmates, because it's the only way you're gonna stay sane.
Yeah.
Because you're locked in a van with all these guys, and you have to be able to appreciate them.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah.
So humor is a safety zone.
Definitely.
Right. So you've pretty much just begun your tour. What's one thing you've learned from previous tours, and what's something you can't tour without?
I think one thing you have to, that I've learned from previous tours is there's always going to be a bad show, but after, like, you might even play bad at a great show, or you might play great at a bad show, but there's always another show coming up where there's going to be a chance where everything's just going to lock in, and so far there always has been.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and
what's something you couldn't tour without?
$5 in my pocket a day, just to eat.
Yeah.
That would be I really like sustenance.
So with $5, what item of food would you buy?
Oh, I know exactly what I can get.
Okay.
For like middle of the day, if you go to Tim Hortons, you get a whole wheat and honey bagel toasted with butter, but then you add tomato and cheese to it. It's only like 60 more cents on that.
Gorgeous.
And then and then double.
Oh, very nice.
Of course.
Nice. I kind of do the same thing with the bagel.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Cream cheese and then Swiss cheese, tomato, and lettuce.
Nice.
Pretty much get a sandwich on a bagel.
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
You probably won't get the same response I do. Everyone's like, "What, are you pregnant?"
Oh yeah.
So I put like everything on it. Oh my goodness. What is one of the best memories you guys have had in a show on tour, or just hanging out as a band? Or in a show on tour, or hanging out as a band?
I think I joined the band about 4 years ago, and we did a tour through Canada as my first tour, and I was really stoked on that. And then right after that, we flew to Europe, and it was my first time in Europe. And instead of playing like a club show or anything like that, it was a festival called Groesrock in Belgium, and my first ever show in Europe, after getting off the plane, was in front of 25,000 kids.
Oh, nice.
And I was just sort of stepped on stage. I was just like, whoa, okay, all right. I didn't know that this many people, I would ever play in front of that many people. Ever. And that was probably one of my most favorite moments.
Wild.
I was nervous and excited, but I got through it,
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. What is the strangest thing that has ever happened at a show?
To me? Personally, or
Sure.
to
Or if you have been another funny one for the
in my old band, we were touring through Altona, Manitoba, and we were playing like this little hall with a stage, and I thought the monitors were all secured, and I went up on top of one, and the monitor shot out into the crowd, and I went like ass over tea kettle and just landed straight on the top of my head, and it was the second song in the set, and I got up and I was remembering the songs, but I was saying the same thing into the mic after, like, I don't know what just happened. This is the next song, and like after every song I'd be like, I don't know what just happened, and it turns out I had temporary amnesia, because after the show I kept asking the same 13 questions over and over again, like, are we heading east or west, who are we on tour with, did I hurt myself, and I have a little list of the answers to those questions, because my bandmates at the time wrote down each answer I asked.
They got sick of actually answering them.
Because I'm accident prone and I fell on my head.
Ooh.
But that was the strangest thing I think that's ever happened to me on tour. Yes.
So you're doing good now?
Yeah, I haven't fallen off of many things. Many things lately. But yeah.
That's good. Let's keep it going then.
Okay.
If there was one thing you would want listeners to take from listening to your music, what would it be?
I'm a really big fan of our guitar player Trevor. He's the main lyricist in the band, and I remember being a fan of the band before I joined, and I loved his lyrics just because I don't want to say vague, but they're cryptic enough that you can read them and hopefully interpret them into your own life, because that's what he writes about. He writes about his life and the people that surround him, and what might be happening with one of his close friends or something like that.
Okay.
And he takes that and he makes that into like the movie in his mind. And
nice.
Writes a script. Sometimes there's a lot of words in our songs, so it's like a script.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of words.
So anything that anyone can really relate to.
Yeah. That's the one thing, I to be able to listen and pull it into your own life.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw one thing online when you guys were trying to fit as much as you could into one song.
Yeah.
And if you couldn't do it, you just didn't even.
Or we just made it into 2 songs and changed the key,
Yeah.
and no one will ever know.
Nice. Until now.
Yes. That's my tell-all interview.
If you had the chance to play with any musician, past or present, who would it be and why?
All 3 members of Rush,
Oh yeah?
because they're the
Fantastic.
best musicians on the planet.
Yes.
High
five.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I have a Rush tattoo.
Seriously.
So that happened on our last Canadian tour. I got drunk in Ottawa. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen them?
Yes, once in Toronto. It was like the SARS concert. To bring, like, we all called it SARS stock, but it was to bring tourism back to Toronto. So they had a concert with, it was Justin Timberlake, and then Rush, and then AC/DC, and then the Rolling Stones.
And they fit in Justin Timberlake's.
Everyone was throwing bottles of pee at him. But,
I heard about that.
yeah, but he was like dancing around them. He was, he was
acting all sly.
Yeah, he was. Yeah,
Nothing
he was,
on me.
Yeah, he knows how to get around that stuff.
Very nice. Are there any issues you keep up with that are going on in the world?
I try to stay out of everything. Canada's not the biggest. We're not, building up our deficit going to many wars. Not like the United States. I mean,
It's true.
I don't know. I've sort of followed the last presidential election in the States. There was a point where I didn't even know who the prime minister was, because I was on tour so long, I think I missed 2 elections.
Yeah.
So that was I stay out of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah, Excuse me.
That's quite alright. Do you have a song that you've composed of a hard time you had gone through? Did you find it helped with the situation after it was done?
No, not really. I mean, with Wilhelm Scream, it's a collective effort of writing a song, and all of us are having a hard time at some point, and I think maybe the general product after getting a CD out, like I remember after I did the first full length, my first full length with the band, I felt like my old band had broken up. I hit the ground running, and now I put out like a really, really great CD with a bunch of great musicians, and I've really felt good about myself afterwards. Just willing to move forward and keep doing that with these guys too. That was definitely like a landmark along the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's just like personal accomplishment.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I felt great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
You look like you felt great about it.
I did.
What could you say to someone who needed to get help, but was unsure of where to go?
It's a good question. Maybe like go
Like
to
even one of your friends.
we'll go to the people that you feel most comfortable with, the person that you confide in. Maybe that's the person that you talk to who can push you into getting the help that you need. That would be my advice. Yeah. So that's pretty much what I got. Yeah.
Any advice you can give to youth out there that are going through a tough time at home, in school, at work, or just in general?
Just keep your chin up and just don't let yourself get too down, because then if you dwell on one little thing, it'll snowball and it'll get worse. You just got to look forward and not down. Pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah. And try to smile at least once a day.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for the questions.
Okay. Cool.
Thank you so much
Oh,
for the interview. Do you want to, I don't know, maybe sing "Sail Away" by Rush?
Oh no, not right now.
Okay. All right.
Horse.
I'll give you a bit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Looking forward to the concert tonight.
So am I.
Gorgeous.
Oh.
All right. Bye.
Bye.